All right, folks, we're live here, and you'll have to excuse me. I am exhausted today. I'm very tired, but we're doing our matchup previews anyway. There's some shakeups in the league today. There's 3 trades that got done. They all involved me. And as a result, I now have Travis Kelce on my team, and I no longer have Zeke. So I feel good about it. I wanted Zeke off my team. I wanted to send him to a Cowboys fan. I accomplished that, getting him over to Tony Jr. And there you go. So that's where we're at. You've all made the list, Jared versus me. Let's go, Brandon, your commissioner. So, this is one of the biggest mismatches in fantasy history. It always has been, always will be. Jared's going to lose. Let's just get that out of the way right away. You all know he's going to lose. Jared knows he's going to lose. He doesn't feel good about this. He feels bad about it. And, there's really nothing he can do to stop it. Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, they should do fine against the Vikings. Tim Patrick, Russell Gage. Jesus Christ, how many teams are in this league? Did we switch to a 20-team league and nobody told me? You're starting the wide receiver 3 on a run-first Broncos team in a matchup where they're going to run the ball 40 times. It's bold, but we'll see how it plays out. So Russell Gage is useless, completely useless. Just a great example of chasing the points from last week here from the old Jer Bear. DeAndre Swift at Pittsburgh is doing nothing, guys. Nothing. Bold prediction. DeAndre Swift, sub-8 fantasy points in this game. James Robinson, likewise, at Indy, doing nothing. George Kittle can't match up with the Rams. He's not doing anything. Just a total disaster of a matchup for the old Jer Bear. He's going to have to choose between Darrell Williams, Myles Gaskin, Noah Fant, Clyde Edwards-Helaire in his flex. They're all terrible options. I'd probably go Noah Fant there. I think Noah Fant has a big week this week. But there you go. Now, on my side of things, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Rashad Bateman, Jalen Waddle. There's my bold prediction. Jalen mother effing Waddle is the wide receiver 1 after tonight's game. He's not going to make it through the week as the wide receiver 1, but I think he has the best game of any wideout in the matchup on Thursday night. Jonathan Taylor, of course, at home against Jacksonville is just unfair, completely unfair. If that wasn't bad enough, Dalvin Cook faces the Chargers, who have already allowed over 1,200 rushing yards and 5 yards a carry to the opposing running back. Dalvin Cook is going to just beat the crap out of them worse than he beats his girlfriend. It's going to be awful for the Chargers. Travis Kelce, new addition. Welcome home, big dog. Travis Kelce is going to eat the Raiders alive. He's going to throw Mahomes on his back, get things going again for the Chiefs offense. En route to me getting the W over Jared. You all knew I was going to beat Jared. Come on. I don't even know why I spent any time at all on this. Matchup number 2, you have the Tony Bowl. El Ultimo Bailar versus the aptly named Aaron the Virus, because he is a scumbag and a virus on this planet. The world will be better off when Rodgers is gone. And it is what it is. He's out there spreading his QAnon false anti-vax bullshit all over the world. And, I know the Packer fans are sick of hearing about it, but I'm not sick of talking about it. So there you go. Now, you got, other than scumbag Aaron Rodgers, who's the biggest piece of shit that's ever played in the NFL, you have Deebo Samuel, tough matchup against Jalen Ramsey. We're going to find out about Deebo in this one, if he's legit or not. There is no higher bar than going up against Jalen Ramsey. He's the best corner in the NFL. And if Deebo gets it done against the Rams, against Jalen Ramsey, he's a top 5 wide receiver. That's all there is to it. If he doesn't, I wouldn't be too concerned because it's Jalen Ramsey, and he's awesome. Amari Cooper, smash spot against Atlanta. DK Metcalf, smash spot against Green Bay because Jair Alexander is still out. Josh Jacobs at home against KC. I love that matchup. I'm going to go bold prediction here, and I'm going to go on the Thursday night game. I love doing my bold predictions for the Thursday night game. Devonta Freeman is going to get in the end zone not once, but twice tonight. Devonta Freeman, 2 touchdowns. What do you think about that, Senior? 2 Devonta Freeman touchdowns. I'm getting a thumbs up over here. That's how it's going to go down. Now, on the other side of things, you got Lamar Jackson, who is currently the best quarterback in fantasy until Josh Allen gets his shit together. Michael Pittman at home against Jacksonville. Lamar Jackson tonight at Miami. I mean, I wish I had that. That's a smash spot if I've ever seen one. Aaron Jones and Zeke both in smash spots. Mike Gesicki's probably doing well tonight at home against Baltimore. My bold prediction for Tony is the Green Bay defense gets roasted again. Not sure why Tony continues to roll them out there. Seattle is not a team to target in this situation. Chris Carson might be back. If not, even if he's not, Russell Wilson's back. You can't play the Green Bay defense. They have a bad defense, and they're missing their best player, Jair Alexander. I'm going to say less than 4 points for the Green Bay defense. Hopefully, Tony pivots off of them. And who's going to get the win here? I'm going to say Tony. Somebody named Tony wins this matchup. That's what I'm going with. Let's give this one. It's a tight one. I'm going to give this one to Senior, though. Tony Senior gets the W, keeps chugging along. Now, we got Vetri versus Jason. Birthday boy Jason, special shout out. Happy birthday. I do think Mahomes gets back on track this week at Vegas. I think Tyreek Hill has a big game. Love Elijah Moore, even in a tough matchup against Buffalo. T.Y. Hilton, I mean, has made a career out of shredding the Jags and Texans. Those are basically the only 2 teams he plays well against. He's going to play well against the Jags at home. Antonio Gibson is not playable in this matchup. I definitely think J.D. McKissick is a better option. My bold prediction, Antonio Gibson scores less than 4 fantasy points. That's right, less than 4. That's my bold prediction on Jason's side of things. On Vetri's side of things, Prescott to CD in a smash spot against Atlanta. That's going to be huge. Devontae Adams gets Aaron Rodgers back in all likelihood. So, expect him to be hyper-targeted against Seattle and put up some big numbers. Cole Beasley will do just fine against the Jets. Not really a great play, not a bad play. Mike Evans is my bold prediction here, though. Mike Evans has no Chris Godwin, no Rob Gronkowski, potentially no AB. If he doesn't blow up here, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to say Mike Evans is the wide receiver 1 on the week. En route to Vetri, upsetting Jason this week. Vetri gets the W. Now, we got Joe versus Reese, the 1 versus the 2 in the league. Now, this is interesting, guys. This is an interesting matchup. No matter who wins or loses, this is good for the rest of us because they're both ahead of all of us. So, whoever loses, that's awesome. Suck it. Now, Joe has the immortal Tom Brady at Washington. Now, he's missing a bunch of weapons, but Washington can't defend anything. So, Brady's going to go out there and shred them. Mike Williams, it should be a bounce back spot here after not doing anything for the last month. Really easy matchup. If he doesn't get it done here, he's benchable. I mean, that's all there is to it. If he sucks at home against Minnesota, continues not getting the targets, I mean, you obviously already missed your sell high window. I guess you just got to ride it out. But if he doesn't get it done against Minnesota, it's panic time. Justin Jefferson, great matchup with the Chargers. He should do very well. Love Emmanuel Sanders against the Jets. I think the entire Buffalo passing attack gets back on track this week. Nick Chubb is not going to play. Joe's left him in there because he follows the projections and doesn't actually care about making his own decisions. So Nick Chubb's not going to play. That'll get moved to 0, and he'll put D'Ernest Johnson in. D'Ernest Johnson at New England, though, with no Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt, and no Demetric Felton, you're looking at a full workload for him. And I think he's going to do very, very well in that matchup. So my bold prediction on Joe's side of things is going to be that D'Ernest Johnson is a top 5 running back this week. Top 5. I think he balls out again. TJ Hawkinson is an absolute pile of dog shit. He's useless. He's borderline cuttable. I'd rather have Pat Freiermuth for the rest of the season. And Freiermuth's just sitting out there in free agency. So, I mean, again, a case of following the projections. Hawkinson's useless. Freiermuth is awesome. But Yahoo projects Hawkinson more, so Joe's going to keep Hawkinson. Eli Mitchell, tough matchup against the Rams. Indy, great matchup against the Jags. That's it for Joe's side. Now, on Reese's side of things, the Rams have a tough matchup at San Francisco. Not as tough as it's been in years past, but it is a tough matchup nonetheless. A.J. Brown draws the Marcus Lattimore treatment. I don't know if it matters because A.J. Brown is an absolute physical freak. Cordarrelle Patterson in a tough matchup at Dallas, but he receives enough to make up for it. Dalton Schultz at home against Atlanta is a great spot, but I don't know because Michael Gallup's back. So Schultz might be useless moving forward. We'll see how it plays out between those two. My bold prediction on Reese's side of things is his Rams combined for 40 or less fantasy points. 40 or less. From all of them, from all 4 of them. So they're going to average less than 10 a player, and that is going to lead to Joe beating Reese this week behind D'Ernest Johnson having the mega week. Lastly, we have a terrible matchup between Justin and Heyman. Look, Kyler Murray's not going to play. Chris Godwin's probably not going to play. Nuke Hopkins isn't going to play. And Jarvis Landry is highly questionable, as is Dawson Knox. I mean, Justin's team is an infirmary. I mean, he might as well just change his team name to the hospital. He's got nothing. Everybody's hurt. And the players he does have aren't that good. Now, McCaffrey came back to about 58% snap share last week. That's probably right where he's going to hover the rest of the season because they're worried about him getting hurt. He'll still probably do okay at Arizona, but certainly not a smash spot. Justin went a few weeks without Devin Singletary. He missed his buddy, so he put him back on his team. Devin Singletary should be just fine at the Jets, though, with Zach Moss out. Now, on to the bold prediction. It's tough to do a bold prediction when none of these guys are going to play on Justin's team. So I'm going to say bold prediction. This is the week Javonte Williams takes over the backfield. Melvin Gordon, for the first time this season, gets less carries and less snaps than Javonte Williams. That's my bold prediction. Now, on Heyman's side of things, I don't want to spend too much time on this because Justin's team is just an absolute shell, and he's making no effort to make it better. I mean, Heyman's going to win. That's all there is to it. I mean, Najee Harris at home against Detroit could be the RB1 play of the week. Eckler should feast on the Vikings. You know, there's not really much else to say. That's it. Heyman gets the W. And that's it for your matchup previews. And I will see you guys Tuesday or Wednesday for the recap if indeed I do beat Jared, which I will. So see you then.